as far as I'm concerned, music is music. I don't look at it as rock or all that kind of stuff. I just look at it as music, when I feel sorry for anybody who only listens to one form of music.
Unsigned, local artists, unsigned artists. Music you may have never heard before. Music you'll want to hear again. All right here on the Freeza Block Show.
Welcome in. It is the Freeza Block Show, milehighunderground.com. So very happy to have everyone listening in and alongside. We have a very special show today. Today we have Secret Creatures right here on in the Freeza Block, and they are going to break it down with us. And we're going to get started with that interview right now. Indeed. Welcome in, guys. It is Secret Creatures. It is Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James in the studio. Hey. Yes, indeed. Say hi to everybody. Wave to our cameras. We are live streaming and all that good stuff. It is happening right here and right now on milehighunderground.com. Secret Creatures, man. I love the name, man. Great stuff. Tell us, for the folks who've never heard of Secret Creatures before and people who love to discover new music, what kind of music would you describe it as? What kind of a band are you? What is Secret Creatures all about?
I think right now we're describing the music as funky reggae grooves. We definitely have a nod to the reggae, but we are diverse in our approach to music and songwriting, so we don't really pigeonhole ourselves. But right now we're playing some funk and some reggae and some just good times music, really.
Really a lot of positive vibes going into that, right?
Definitely positive vibes.
That's what it's all about.
It's definitely, yeah, we're all about it.
It's just fun music.
You ever wonder about those bands that are all about the negative vibes, though?
That's strange. There's an appeal, though. There's clearly some negative bands that do well, but we're going to try to avoid that.
Everybody's got their thing. That's
music is therapy.
But this is just where we're at.
There you go. Indeed. And how long has Secret Creatures been around as a band? And kind of give us a little bit of a history lesson on what you know about Secret Creatures and all that deal.
History, it started off 2 years ago. Eric and I hooked up through Craigslist, started jamming, playing music.
It's not kind of dirty.
It was
Craigslist, no way.
Believe it or not, yeah. So we hooked up that way and started jamming. We had another guy that was playing with us, and we had a little thing going. Started playing this kind of music. We all had different backgrounds, but we just threw the funk in there, threw the reggae grooves in there, and
it
just kind of flowed naturally.
Was that part of like how it began? I mean, you didn't. I guess you started out as a reggae deal, and then somebody came along and said, "Well, maybe we could throw some funk in there." And
I put out the ad to start a reggae band.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I wanted to do. And James has a funk twist to it, and actually, the first bass player was a funk bass player. And when we brought that kind of melded it into the two, and then we transitioned into with Jay and Angelica now, and we've been as that group since February as a final group. And then we also have a sax player who's unfortunately not with us tonight.
Yeah, I always forget to do that, man. Tell us a little bit about the members that aren't here, the guys that couldn't make it, what they do, and let's give them some proper props. Indeed.
Sarah is our sax player. She is amazing, and she tears it up. She kills our solos, fills in the pocket really nice, and gets the nice melodies going, grooves, and fits the band perfect. Yeah. It's nice having a dynamic of two females in the group too.
Yeah, there are two females in the band. Now, I know it doesn't matter, whether there's a female or a male. I mean, when it came to the audition process, how did that work? I mean, how did that go down?
Honestly, only female sax players hit us up. So
really?
It's easy.
How about that, man?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It's a simple solution.
There's not too many of those offered up, man.
No,
That's for sure. Those simple solutions, man. Good stuff. And then, once you guys all got it together as the 6-piece, is that what you guys are? The 5-piece. Yeah. Sorry about that. And, did it all come together quick, or was it just kind of like, wow, man, we're going to really have to work on
it's funny. When I joined, I was just, James and I had a mutual friend, and James kind of invited me over to play at the time when they needed a new bass player. And I don't know. I fell in love with these guys instantly and was just like, this is exactly this is exactly the kind of music that I like playing, and it just kind of was a good fit. And then as far as like the vocals go, we just kind of I slowly started to just sing more songs and help write a little bit more, and then just kind of I was in the band, and it was the core of us, 5 doing it, and it seems like it's been really easy as far as writing music and just sharing ideas and being a band. I've been in a lot of bands, and it's easy, this band. It's nice.
Are you the one that does most of the writing and stuff?
I'd say James. I mean, we all do. I mean, it's definitely a group effort. We'll bring in an idea, and Angelica here is like the master melody finder. She just comes up with something so fast every time. It's like, I need something here. What do you got? And here we go. And it's just really easy. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, we all have a lot of fun
together.
playing music together. I think that's what creates that vibe. Is just we just enjoy what each other is playing.
Yeah,
it just kind of melts together.
Yeah, and lyric writing too. Like the other day, like we need some lyrics. So we all sat down, the 4 of us, and we're like, what this? Here we need a line that rhymes. And like Eric, every time it was like Eric came up with the perfect line at the end. Like, the drummer nails it again with the lyrics.
That's cool though. I mean, it sounds like you guys have a puzzle, and you can each put together your pieces, and it comes out real nice, man. All you got to do is throw the lacquer on.
Exactly.
Yeah, I joined the band when the other 2 people left the first set of the band. So Eric is my husband, actually. So he said,
Don't get any ideas, fellas.
I need a keyboard player, so do something. And I played percussion my entire life, pretty much. So I just watched some videos on YouTube, and I learned how to play keyboard like in a week or 2 weeks. So it's been, since then, I've been playing with them.
That's kick ass.
Yeah, she's solid.
Like,
Really good.
Nothing to it, huh?
Quick.
Well, as they say, the keyboard is actually a percussion instrument.
Indeed.
So really, it's a
Indeed.
small leap for you to just kind of imagine what you're doing, because you're pounding on something anyway. So.
Yeah.
Indeed. It's Secret Creatures there in the Freeza Block. It is Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James. And yes, they are in here. They are Secret Creatures. And you guys have something going on tomorrow, right? And is this a 3-day festival deal?
Festival starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
We play on the 8th, actually, on the Monday, which is the last day of the festival, right?
Last
Yeah.
day of the festival, yeah.
So we're starting out the closing night of the festival at
Cervantes.
the big room.
Yeah, nice stuff, man. It's called the Spread the Word Fest, and this is the 2nd or 3rd year.
It's actually the 5th year.
The 5th year.
There you go.
Wow, and I wish I knew that there of some of the other bands and stuff that would be there.
Friday night is
you
going
got
to be a really cool night. Mercury Cafe is all the reggae bands. John Wayne and the Pain, Rostosaurus, Project 432, Hash Tones, all the Denver reggae bands are going to be at Mercury on Friday.
Hash Tones.
yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
name.
they're
That's a great.
yeah. And then our sax player is actually, she's in another band called Gladys. They're playing late night at Tony P's Friday night too. And a lot of bands playing, lots of bands.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fantastic deal. Is it just at Cervantes, or is it
all over town.
All over town. Yeah, there's like a bunch of venues involved. Yeah,
Cervantes,
Tony
Mercury
P's,
Cafe.
Mercury. There's a ton of
there's
total.
a handful of venues in that general area.
But we want particularly for the folks to come out and check out Secret Creatures. And,
Yeah.
and of course,
Monday,
we're
8 o'clock.
Yep.
Monday at 8.
8 o'clock, no doubt about it. So, just make sure to click the TV off and come down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
That's
super
about
excited
reruns
'cause it's
anyway.
It's a big stage for us.
Yeah,
so
it's a big
gonna be
stage.
fun.
It's a fun one.
No doubt about it. When it comes to that stuff, is who does the booking and all that? Is that
Eric is our man with the plan at this point. He
He's a
is.
five-star.
He is,
Booking
it just
agent
works.
He really is a 5-star booking agent. He's doing an amazing job.
are you relentless, man? You just like keep
Yeah,
calling?
actually, speaking of that, I'll just go. I hit up 3 more places today because I was on 16th Street and I went up 3 more places today and just spread the word.
There you go. And that's how it's done, folks. If you're actually starting out, in a band, you got to hustle.
Hustle.
Not only do you have to do the practice and the rehearsals and all the good stuff, man, you have to get out there and you have to make yourself known. And if you don't do that, then you might as well just be playing in the mom's basement.
Right?
There you go.
That's right.
Or the local spots.
That's right.
No doubt about it. That's the hottest spot in town, by the way, mom's basement.
I've been playing there for years.
It's Secret Creatures, Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James. And of course, they're going to be there on Monday on the Spread the Word Festival at the Spread the Word Festival, Cervantes. So make sure to check them out. Good stuff from these guys, man. Awesome stuff. I'm going to start off with you, Angelica, because not only do you have that alluring accent, I want you to kind of go into you kind of started talking a little bit about how you played percussion and stuff. Tell us a little bit about your music history, how you got into doing music at all.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time. My daddy always played guitar, so since I was kid, I was like listening him and singing like some happy birthdays in Portuguese and like some kid songs with him, but nothing
Right.
more than that. And I was singing in a choir for like a long time, like church choirs and other type of choirs too. And after that, I joined a fanfare band. So that's where I learned how to play percussion. So
Tell us about, did somebody donate the percussion instruments to you? And,
yes.
Was that like kind of a...
No, this one, yes, the church on the all the instruments. So each person had their own instruments, but it was like from the church. So,
And what was your interest? Did you just want to play and just kind of kept asking them, hey, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do this?
I would like to play trumpet, but I couldn't make 2 classes because was in São Paulo and I lived in Brazil in Santos. So that means like an hour and a half driving.
Okay.
And to go like twice a week to São Paulo just for practice or classes, it will be impossible. So the maestro just decided that, okay, so you play percussion because percussion is, they say that's easy. So
What do you think?
so they say that's easy, so you can learn like every Sunday at the church, so that's fine. So it was like, okay.
Did you think it was easy? Did you pick it up real quick?
Maybe it was easy for me. Maybe because it was inside of my blood, I don't know.
Right.
And maybe because I danced too, so I don't know. So
You just have some natural rhythm and it had to come out.
I will say that it's not easy. I was just saying to these guys the other day, I cannot shake that egg in time to save my life. I don't know why. I can't do it. And the tambourine it's crazy.
That stuff happens, man. That stuff happens. So tell us about any stuff. I'm sorry about that. Tell us about any of that stuff that you guys, tell us about some of the music that you guys have coming up and what folks can look forward to besides you just, playing.
Yeah, right now we're in the studio in the process of cutting a 3-track EP or maybe 4 tracks. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll release a live track on there too. But yeah, we're just kind of in the process of laying down guitar solos and vocals and saxophone and doing all that fun stuff in the studio. And then we'll mix it down and have it for, a digital release at some point coming up here in the near future.
Good stuff. Hey, do you guys do your own, engineering, mixing, mastering, that kind of stuff?
Well, we're working with a student engineer right now, but we're certainly kind of hovering over and producing as best we can and trying to get what we want out of it,
Good stuff, man. It is Secret Creatures. It's Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James. Indeed. And these guys, they brought their instruments on in. They wanted to play some live stuff. And I said, well, we've done that before, so come on in and let's try it again. And so if you guys want to just go ahead and get started, man, we can give the folks a little bit of taste of what Secret Creatures is. And what song are you guys going to be playing, man?
This first one's called Remote Control. And it's I guess we'll say it's going to be like our first single. I guess it's the first song that we're all like excited about the world to hear, and you know, it's something that I think it's the first one that we wrote together as I like joined the band officially and was in there, and it just yeah, it's about like you said earlier, click, turn your TV off, and come see some music.
Come on
It's
out.
a little bit about
Check
that.
them out, man. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, man. Go for it.
Sitting here on the tarmac, thinking about my hat rack, who's playing quarterback on my school. Energizing by my grind. Sitting here with a boom in the mouth, thinking about all of the hot spots I should go. But then click, changed my mind. But everything changed when I met you. My whole world feels like the storm is just blown through. Everything you love will never cost a dime, so we shine. So we shine. So we shine, shine, shine. Sitting here with a six-pack on the back of Amtrak on my way to Minamac, Oklahoma. And it flies by my time. Sitting here with a dog and a cat, thinking about all of the cash crap I should grow. And then click, I changed my mind. But everything changed when I met you. My whole world feels like the storm is just blown through. Everything you love will never cost a dime, so we shine. I've been scared, I've been tired, I've been lost. Now I only seem to be confused. Last week's praise almost never worth the cost. That is you. Well, everything changed when I met you. Go down slow-mo. Don't you let that remote take control over you. Go down slow-mo. Don't you let that remote take control over you. Go down slow-mo. Don't you let that remote take control over you. Oh no. Go down slow-mo. Don't you let that remote take control. Don't let it take control of your soul. No, don't let it take control. Don't let it take control of your soul. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Don't take control. Don't let it go. Don't let it take control. Oh, let it take control. Oh, don't let it take control. Oh, don't let it take control. Oh.
All right. Good stuff, man. So awesome. Oh, I thought I'd be able to have my little music thing again.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, apparently I got the wrong deal with. Well, anyways, man. So good stuff, man. You guys. There we go. How long did it take you guys to put that song together?
God, Jay.
That one came together pretty quick, I thought. Like,
pretty quickly.
yeah, maybe a couple weeks. It seems like, we bring an idea in 1 week and about maybe a month later it's done. I'd say that's 2 or 3 practices to get it solid, 4 practice to tweak things a little bit. And then, try to just, add dynamics, and a lot of that stuff is takes place in week 4, 5, and 6 as we play it live. And we were still tweaking songs that we've played live a dozen times, and we're like, oh, let's try something new. And even last night we were in practice and tried something new, and it sounds really good.
Cool.
Like, okay, let's do that.
You guys do a lot of experimenting then?
Well, we gauge the crowd.
And James, if you could just scooch in just an inch.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're going to see you, man. Anyways, we forgot that question. What was that question again?
How we feel.
We're good.
I kind of like to gauge, like we try to record all our shows, at least with video, or at least with a little field recorder, and listen back. And I like to gauge the reaction that we get, and that's why we actually worked on another one, because there's a mixed reaction to that song. So I'm thinking dynamically it needs more and more. So we're working on it, and we just kind of tweaked it a little bit, which is cool. So we bring a new song, show the audience, keep on working on it, and make it better.
Yeah,
keep on working.
And I love that we keep on kind of subtracting things instead of adding things. Instead of saying, oh, we need to add something here, it's like, no, it's like actually not have guitar in this part, or take bass, or take some drums out, and like really change the dynamics of the song. It's great.
Do you guys find yourself overthinking stuff then a lot? And then
sometimes, like last night, we were going for a while on something, and I was like, this is a lot of work for 3 seconds of a song. It's going to go by really quick at the show. So I don't know, we need to spend so much time, but yeah,
I think we lock in the groove pretty much right away. I mean, like somebody brings an idea, and we jam on it for a minute, and then we just kind of lock in something that feels good, and that's right away. So then we just build on that, and that seems to have worked.
That's awesome, man.
Or sometimes someone bring the idea and we start like, oh yeah, this idea is good, but like if we change this little part and this little part, and then builds in, now it's good.
And that's cool, man. But it takes everybody, though. It takes everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if you want to hear the full live, really super loud version with saxophone, make sure to check them out on Monday, the Spread the Word Festival, 8 o'clock at Cervantes. I don't have to write that one down. I said somewhere else, man. You don't want to do that. So awesome. You guys have played a ton of live shows through the last couple of years, at least the last year, man. Tell us a little bit about one show that just didn't go right for you guys, man. If there was one, man.
Well,
I'm sure it happens.
Oh, recently, yeah. It was,
it didn't go. It's not that it didn't go right.
I think I blanked it out because I don't remember what
electrical problems.
Oh yeah.
It was just
that was not so good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Maybe it was one of my first shows. Is maybe the second show I played was Halloween, the day before Halloween this year, which happened to land on a Sunday. So it kind of was like between the Saturday night of Raging Halloween adult style and the Monday night of Halloween itself. So it was just kind of this pocket of nothingness, and we're all dressed up, and it wasn't very good.
The venue, and I can name specifics, but I booked a great show. Like I had bands from Texas, I had a band from Colorado Springs, I had 3 local bands, right? Either way, I had a great reggae show. I had no support, and they had a show that day too. That was the other problem. So everyone was dead. They were working doubles and just set the bar for us.
Yeah, that was probably a bad one.
So you find that maybe sometimes you guys aren't super on par if you just are rushed a lot. You know what I mean? Like there's a back-to-back shows, or I don't know if you guys have ever done anything like that.
I'm actually enjoying.
It's funny. I always feel like high stress brings goodness out of musicians. I don't know why, but I just feel like when things are really bad, sometimes it'll totally throw you off. A bad sound guy will throw you off your game for a few songs, for sure. And it's got to, it takes some time to figure out how to get through those moments. But, for the most part, I think, anger and aggression comes out good in a musical situation.
Emotion comes out in the music.
Good stuff. Of course, man, I almost forgot about the bell. The bell, again, is for a hit or a shot. It doesn't necessarily have to be weed or alcohol, but just a little something that gets us through the rest of the show. All the fans of Secret Creatures can play at home. We cannot play here. Sorry about that. But it's also when we make a great point too. So I had to kind of shoehorn it in there though, because
There you go.
we weren't getting to it yet. So it's all good. It's all good. So James, let's talk to you a little bit. How did you get started playing guitar? We were like young in the junior high, and you're like, oh man, I can get the girls if I start getting some guitar.
Oh yeah, just
Anything like that?
just a high school kid. Loved music, and I was a little skater, so I was into punk and 90s music, and my family had this really old cheap guitar that was like $20 from Sears and Roebuck Company in 1965.
There we go.
Just laying around the house.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna play this thing. So I just started listening to the what I was hearing and transferring it over, and kind of picked it up on my own that way.
And then after a while, did you start doing lessons, or did the folks kind of say, well, he's into it, so let's kind of support him, or how did things turn out?
Well, I had friends that also were in the same boat that kind of were also learning to play guitar, so we would just jam together and help each other out and say, hey, check this out, I learned this, and just books, yeah.
Really? And
Yeah,
it's kind of almost self-taught then, right?
Yeah, more or less. It just, I think with all of us, you just have that natural rhythm. So that was, that was there. So it seemed to come sort of naturally, just that.
Kick ass.
Yeah.
I noticed a little bit of an accent. James, are you from Colorado, or I don't know if I'm noticing anything or not, but
Well, I'm not
He's not
originally from
Brazil.
Colorado.
he's not from Brazil.
I'm from a land. That's true. I'm from a land far away, and it's in a place called Georgia as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The country or the state?
Good question.
Let's say far away.
Yeah, land far away, very different lifestyle growing up there. But yeah, that's the accent's still there. I suppose some people pick up on it, but
Well, it's all good, man.
yeah, that's where I'm from.
Did you start playing music while you were in Georgia, or did you kind of transition, just start doing it here, or how did that?
Well, yeah, just after playing for a few years and getting pretty good, you just hook up with different people that play, and you sometimes just come together and say, hey, let's form a
Let's
band,
just jam.
and jam, or whatever.
Right.
And you end up jamming with people in the basement or whatever, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, I find it really
so-
impressive that you learned on your own. You had the discipline to just keep practicing and doing the right things. And, I don't know if you've developed bad habits or good habits, but whatever it is, they turn out really well for what you work with, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Awesome. Good
Yeah,
stuff,
for sure.
man. That is James. He's the guitarist for Secret Creatures. We have Secret Creatures in the studio. Angelica, Jay, Eric, and of course, James. Of course, we were just talking to him, man. Good stuff, man. Awesome. You guys enjoying yourselves so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Secret Creatures, man. Did you guys play at the UMS last year, or at the Westward, or any of those?
We actually, when the UMS came around, we were actually in the transition period, so we didn't get to get on it. I played it for them. We actually put the submission in for it. Definitely going to more than likely get on this year, I think, because they just do so many bands. It's great. It's such a good,
It really
cool
is.
show.
Well,
Yeah.
just like the Spread the Word Festival this weekend coming up, and just fantastic bands, so many of them, so
Yeah.
many venues.
Mm.
And the sad part is you can't see two at once.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing that really drives me
Yeah.
crazy, especially when you're trying to catch the festival. It's like, well, okay, at 3:00 there's 10 bands that I've never heard of and don't want to even see, and then at 4:00 there's 4 bands I want to see. So what are you gonna do?
It's actually kind of cool. Friday night at Mercury, they got both stages, and they're kind of offset, so you could technically catch every single act at Mercury Cafe Friday. So that's gonna be cool.
That is cool, man. I've seen them do stuff like that, not quite at the Mercury or wherever, but like at other places where they play like in the studio, in the lobby.
Cervantes actually,
Mm.
they have the outdoor stage at the other side. They have the other side and Masterpiece. So there's actually 3 bands playing at one time at Cervantes Monday night too.
Awesome.
It'll be a lot of fun.
It will be fun, man. Check them out. It is Secret Creatures. They will be at Cervantes, 8:00 Monday. Be there, indeed, and buy a beer. And come up and say hi to the guys because they're really cool. They're nice guys, and don't be afraid to just come up and say hi, man.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
Tell them you liked what you heard and all that good stuff. Give them some love.
We would love that.
Yeah.
Give them some love, man, for sure, for sure. Let's go into another song here, and then we'll do a little more background and stuff like that. Tell us a little bit about the name of this song coming up here that you guys.
Same age, right?
Yeah, this song called Sem Medo. That means it's a Portuguese song that I wrote the lyric. James came up with the melody, and Sem Medo pretty much means like don't be afraid.
Okay.
So talk about love and talk about like a couple. So it will be pretty much me and Jane. That like the girl always love him, but he doesn't care about the girl. It's pretty much like that.
Oh yeah, the classic story.
Always.
That's fantastic. That is really, really cool. And obviously it's Secret Creatures, and indeed, check them out tomorrow or on Monday at the Spread the Word Festival at Cervantes. And of course, it's Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James. They are Secret Creatures. Thank you guys so much for playing that. That was very cool, very groovy, man. I like, I like the way that you guys kind of incorporate. You don't just, I guess, make it stick to just being American music or English music. You threw in the actual the Spanish influence or whatever, the Brazilian influence. Yeah. And good stuff. So I mean, what happened there? I mean, you guys, she just started singing that in Spanish or Portuguese, and
I think these guys had that song before, right?
I had a little tune, just playing around with it, and she heard it and was like, I hear something in that. Like, I want to come up with a little part.
Yeah,
But I was like, all right, cool. And then so I recorded it for her, sent it to her, and
I thought it was very Latin, and I thought the Portuguese lyric will fit very well in this song. And it's a song that, like he said, existed before with the other group, and I always liked. So it was like, okay, I want to write something for this.
that's cool. And I like the fact that they give you free reign on go ahead and write it.
Oh no, I'm the only girl right now, so I'm the boss. They don't let me do. I go and do it.
They don't, it's not a let thing. I get it.
I like before we start to say, hey, I came with something. I have something in here. So
awesome. Hey, you know what? And you guys find that kind of refreshing that, well, hey, what are we going to do?
Right? Yeah, I mean, Jay, don't you like to kind of take a break? We have longer sets where we do a lot of reggae versions of pop covers, and so it's good to have Angelica take over on a couple of them to kind of, so Jay can step back and not have to sing for 3 hours.
You don't mind singing for that long, do you, Jay?
Never.
Nah, not at all. All right, let's get into Eric's story here, man. First of all, Eric, if you could just show everybody the awesome tattoo. Man, I thought he was wearing socks. Look at that, man. Yeah, I could see that. We could see that real well, man.
Full circle.
Wow. And we were kind of joking around about next he's going to do the top of his feet. And he was tell us the story about the top of the foot, man. I like that.
Oh yeah, I love that. So yeah, I had the whole leg piece done one time through, and then I went back about 6 months later and did it again. And we were talking about how much everything hurts, and I'm like, the top of the foot hurts, everything hurts, ankles are bad. Came back over on the second time. He decided to add this whole extra line there. I was like, "What are you doing? You already did it killed it."
You wanted to kick his ass, didn't you? You son of a bitch.
He's gonna see this too.
Yeah, good stuff. What made you decide to go ahead and do the calves and the ankles instead of the regular sleeves that normal? Normally,
well, because
that people normally get. How about that?
Yeah, and honestly, the normal word was what it was. When you come out of college, you're like, oh, you shouldn't do anything down here if you want to be in the professional world.
Right.
So I actually stopped there, which is funny because now I don't even wear shirts down there. But so that's actually the main reason why.
You worried about your CEO job?
Yes, exactly. That I don't have.
It's all good, man. But it really looks good, man. Honestly, I haven't seen anybody with a full lower half like that, man. That's really badass, and I bet that took a long time.
Yeah, that one was 9 years. This one actually took a lot less because he drew that on my leg in 45 minutes and tattooed it in 3 hours. And then he did another 3 hours at the second time.
Wow. And then
the dog was much longer though.
And you had to take a few naproxens for that, I'm sure. Man, indeed. Eric, tell us a little bit about your drumming, your how you got into it, if your folks let you do it.
Well,
all that.
Apparently I had the Fisher-Price drum set before I even knew I had it, and I loved it. I don't even remember that. My parents told me that I loved it, and I would wail on all the time.
Fisher-Price.
Yeah.
Fisher-Price, baby. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I do not remember that. I guess I was like 2 or 3 or something like that. But so I actually got my first drum set when I was 14. My dad, it was so funny. They built so we went downstairs, and there was like a Christmas tree of presents. And we're like, it was like this tall. I'm like, that's crazy. That's a lot of presents. You pull out one present, and it was the box of the drums
Nice.
for Christmas. It was actually really cool. And then I took drum lessons for a year and a half. I was in band too in high school. Then I actually fell out for 4 years and 2 years. And then I came back into it in college and just started just jamming. I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Did you do like drum corps or
No, just
things like that?
Just concert band.
Yeah.
6th, 7th, and 9th grade.
Okay. Yeah. And you know, who knows what happened in between there, but we'll just let that be. But when you got, you know, right back into it and did your folks, you know, turn it off, you know, shut it down,
No,
practice pad, please, you know?
It was funny. They let me play in my room when I had it. And then when we moved from Raleigh to Birmingham, I actually lived in the South for quite a long time too.
Okay.
But when we were there, it was in the basement. And then I turned 16. So not only was like out of sight, out of mind in the basement, I started driving and hanging out with my friends. So it was just kind of like never just stopped playing.
And then did you just like have bands like when you were a kid or you know,
No,
when you were
actually,
younger or just
It took
practice?
a little while. It took to get out of college before I actually started playing in bands. Like I was jamming with people like James and stuff.
Right.
And nothing really ever came to it in college. And then out of college is when I started the reggae bands and started doing that. And then I kind of went back to rock and came back to reggae again.
just a modern day Tito Puente, or you know. Good stuff. Hey, everybody, you owe us 3 or 4,
Yeah.
man. So make sure you
call
keep
him
up
Tito every once in a while.
with the attitude and everything. Indeed, man. Secret Creatures in the studio. They will be at the Spread the Word Fest at Cervantes. Make sure to check them out. It's Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James. And who's missing again? What's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah, yes, indeed. Tell us a little bit about how you guys are missing that saxophone right now, and how, you know, I mean, how much different it makes it.
You know, we can play our sets like with or without her, but it just adds such a great layer. And she's such a great person too.
Yeah.
Like she fits, like, and that's another what we were talking about earlier about. It's been a long process to find not necessarily this lineup, but band members that are so easy to work with. And,
Yeah.
and like it's been, I mean, years coming to this culmination of this project, which is kind of cool. And she fits great into that.
It's very cool, man. It's really
You're
kick-ass.
like a family.
Yeah,
she lives 3 minutes up the road.
and I'm liking the
It's
fact that
awesome.
you guys just, you know, it's like I said before, man, it's like pieces of a puzzle that has just kind of been organically put together. And every time you guys add to it or you guys put whatever it is together, it sounds great. And there's not a whole lot of, there's no negativity. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Your songs are groovy and they're nice, man. There's a lot of positivity towards it. Jay, let's talk a little bit about, you know, where that comes from, man.
You know, I've always just been a fan of happy major key music, you know, like just from Motown stuff to, you know, some of the jam, like Blues Traveler. It's just like John Popper was
Right.
early when I loved Blues Traveler.
Back
in
when
the
he
day.
was like 400 pounds.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. When he was a big guy, he was amazing. No,
Not quite 400.
no, but he's got a few tunes that I always kind of think back to. I like to do like some tongue twister stuff, which Angelica loves. Trying to learn English, and I give her a handful of words to smush together.
There you go, eh? Good stuff.
But yeah, I just feel like the reggae music's kind of got that positive vibe aspect of it, and it just seems to be pretty easy to come up with fun stuff to talk about, or just to, like, you know, music's a celebration, so it's just kind of, you know, keep things happy, keep people dance. That's why I love this kind of music. It's just so danceable and so easy to just kind of jump in and go, wow, I like that. That's fun. Let's have fun.
Yeah, it really is kick ass. Where can folks find your music and stuff? We hadn't even really talked about that. Yeah, give everybody the social media.
Secretcreatures.com is where you can find, you know, it's our website. It's our basic, you know, tour information, a bunch of tracks to listen to. And I think we got our video up. We have a little promo video up that we've been doing there.
Yeah, I like that promo
Nice.
video. It was cool. I was trying to rip it the other day. But you guys don't have it on YouTube.
It's on
just-
YouTube.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll make sure I got it on download.
Yeah, make sure. So I can
Yeah.
download that and put it on my webpage.
And we have a Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
Secret Creatures Music.
Secret Creatures Music. Lots
So
of
is
We
the
have
updates.
Instagram.
And
Secret
Instagram
Creatures
and
Music.
Reverb Nation, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Talk about monetization a little bit, you guys. I mean, are you guys able to get any, little bit of money back from,
Yeah.
putting your stuff out there? And I mean, how's
yeah,
that working for you? Because it's tough now because of the internet. And
Yeah, I
a
mean,
lot
at
of
this
it's
point,
free
we're giving everything away.
Yeah.
At this point, and we'll see how it goes. It used to be you release an album and then you go on tour to promote that album. Now it's kind of like you release an album and you go on tour to make money
Yeah,
because
yeah.
their album's not going to make you anything.
or to make up for whatever it cost for you guys to make. The
Yeah,
album in the
exactly,
first place.
Yeah,
exactly. So we're at the stage band where all the money we make at the gigs goes back into the band, and we're going to try to not only record these few songs we've got going now, hopefully record some more in the future. Make some more videos, have some more content out there for everybody to just kind of latch onto and share with all their friends to.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Share the vibes. Spread the
maybe
love.
it's too cool for radio, but it's not too cool for you and your friends. That's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
Exactly.
Some people
Awesome.
made some cameos in that promo video, and the guys will be back on Monday to film again. So we're actually shooting for a full-length music video
Right.
on Monday to add to some of the clips that we've already gotten. So if people want
Yeah.
to be there,
So come on out if you want to be in our video.
Yeah.
Come on
There-
Monday.
There you go. No doubt about it. Good stuff, man. Check them out again there at the Spread the Word Fest. It is Secret Creatures. They will be at Cervantes on Monday at 8 o'clock. So make sure to check out the full sound. You're kind of only getting a little bit of a stripped down kind of version. But man, I'm telling you guys, you sound
fun.
fantastic. That
Yeah.
sounds really, really good, man.
we don't do this
Thanks.
enough.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, let's go ahead and before we, lay James down on the couch and go back into his life. Let's go ahead and play a little bit. One more. You guys said you had one more, and then
Yeah.
if you guys don't mind, of course.
Sure.
Again, it is Secret Creatures, man. These guys are awesome. Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James, man, having a really good time right here in the Freeza Block. Indeed. Tell us a little bit about this song that you guys are getting ready to play,
This one.
and then
Sure.
just
Sure.
go ahead and hit it when you're ready.
Yeah,
Exactly
this-
what you said the other day.
Oh no.
Wait,
Don't
what's
ask
the
me to
name?
repeat something. No, this one's called Shown. It's kind of been reworked a little bit. It had a different title not but a month ago, but that's just when I was talking about sitting down and writing lyrics together. This is the one that we kind of came up with a great chorus for it, and it's called Shown. It's kind of an end of the world dance party apocalypse fun time ska.
That's a good
But every time I hear about the people scream and they tell me away, I got to get right now, and I want to feel it somehow. Every time I look around at you, you don't care, but the world's gonna end, and you know it's gonna end right here. But we're gonna dance if we don't care. Oh, something more in this life that has ever been. No. There's nothing less than everything, and there's named such a thing. It's all we've ever been shown. Every time I look around, I see 4 people, 2 people gone, and you know about this whole town, and we gotta stop running around. What matter, neither matter, we don't care, but the love's gonna end, and we're gonna have our fair share of the dance party going down there. Oh, there's something more in this life that has ever been. No, there's something less than everything, everything's such a thing. It's all we've ever been shown. Something more in this life that has ever been. No, there's There's something more than this life that has ever been known, that has ever been known. There's nothing less than everything, anything, such a thing. It's all we've ever been shown. Oh. Something more than this life has ever been. Oh. It's nothing less than everything, anything, such a thing. It's all we've ever been shown. Yeah.
Awesome. Great stuff. Secret Creatures right here in the studio. Good stuff, man. It's Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James, and I'm unfortunately without Sarah, but if you want to check it out, the full-blown version of Secret Creatures, make sure to check them out on Monday on the Monday at Cervantes at the Spread the Word Festival. Indeed, man. Check them out. It'll be 8 o'clock. Grab yourself a couple of beers and enjoy a nice chill Sunday or Monday night and at Cervantes, man, as they're closing the festival. That must mean a lot to you guys to actually be kind of closing the deal, right?
Yeah, we're actually playing. We're Kaleidoscope goes after us, and then after that is Joey Porter's Vital Organ, and he's from String Cheese, I think, or from Motet. From
Motet.
He's from
Motet. It's going to be a great night of music.
So,
It
yeah,
really
it's
is.
definitely a
Fun
big-
night.
Yeah,
Great names.
and it's in the ballroom. We've not played the ballroom stage yet, so that's really cool.
That's going to be badass, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good stuff, man. Indeed, it's Secret Creatures. And, well, you know what, Eric, Jay, I want to actually talk about your the name Secret Creatures, where that came from before we take on
The
off
name.
That's a
here.
good question.
The name story.
Yeah, the name story. Well, when we talked about this, we were all like, well, what does this really mean? And, at the end of the day, we were like, well, the secret creature is really just, the creature deep within us all that's aching to get out and dance, but is a little too embarrassed or his ego is overcome. So it's a secret when really, just let it out and just dance. Let the secret creature out to boogie and have a good time and just, yeah, I guarantee you're dancing, you're having fun. I've never seen somebody who's dancing who's miserable personally, but I'm sure it's happening.
You probably haven't seen a whole lot of people that aren't shaking and moving during your shows either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We get people moving.
Yeah.
James also has a creature in his vehicle that is kind of scary. I was sitting in his car a couple weeks ago and heard this noise. The car was off. I have no idea how long it had been off, but it started to make this noise. And he with, deadpan, like, oh yeah, that's the secret creature.
That's the actual.
There you go. Where it's from.
That's
baby.
where-
That's where
it
it's
came
from.
He lives in the glove box.
Yeah, he lives in the glove box of James's car.
Yeah.
I do like that though. It's the beast within, man.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
something
much.
that-
Everybody
Yeah, the interesting thing is that this creature follows James. So it doesn't matter which car he buys, the creature goes together.
Yeah.
You're lucky like that, huh?
He's never alone.
Hey, at least he's got one that works, man. That's for sure. Having a car is a big deal. speaking of cars, you guys, have you guys gone out of state or done any long distance tour deal or anything like that? Or
No.
Known as Breck, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I posted,
range.
like Breckenridge tonight, Denver tomorrow on my Facebook page for Secret Creatures, and so many of my friends like, oh, tour, huh? You guys are going on tour? Sweet, here we go. Yeah, so we've played a few road shows out of Denver. Like, gosh, it was like a month and a half where every show we had was out of Denver. It was like Colorado Springs or up in the mountains or whatever.
But that makes it good for you guys, though, because it's easier when you guys are, I don't know if you travel together in a big Scooby van or caravan or whatever, but, being able to travel together, being able to get along as well as you do and travel, I mean, that's a huge deal.
It is a huge part of being in a band is the travel, the road.
Winter car trip on the way back. I was happy to ride with the boys. We had the boy car.
Yeah, they ride the boy car and the girl car.
That works out sometimes.
It's easier than Angelica riding with all the equipment together.
Yeah, and sometimes if you guys have the habit, you got the smoking car and the non-smoking car.
Oh, yeah, we don't go there. I do like to DJ in James's car on the way back from the gigs, though.
The driving home music going.
That's what I'm talking about. It's Secret Creatures. Make sure to catch them at Spread the Word at Cervantes. They will be there at 8 o'clock. We have Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James in here. And Eric, why don't we didn't talk to you about how you kind of started. Jay, man, see, I knew I screwed that up.
Took you a while, that's all right.
Almost the whole show, no doubt about it. We got a couple minutes left. Jay, break it on down. Did you want to play bass when you were a little kid, or?
What's funny is that as a little kid, I did get a bass, but my parent, for whatever reason, was like, when I was maybe 13 or 14, I got a bass, and it just didn't stick for whatever reason. I didn't do it. I wanted to be a singer, so I joined a couple bands, and I was the lead singer in high school in a couple bands. And then later in life, I was like, I'm going to learn how to play guitar. So I kind of, every friend I ran into, show me a chord, show me something, anything. And so I had kind of a million different styles coming at me and just learned a lot. And then used to jam with a bunch of friends, and we had probably 5 or 6 of us. We'd all get together every once in a while, and it was 5 guitar players and a drummer. So it was, okay, well, what are we going to do? And so we would trade off. There was a bass rig and a bass guitar there. So we used to just trade off, and everybody would play the bass. I'll play for a few songs, you play for a few. And the drummer was not great. He was learning, as we all were at the time. And he said, Jay, I love your guitar playing, but you need to be the bass player because all these guys are okay, but you keep me in time. You help me play drums better. So you're the guy. And so he kind of dubbed me the bass player. And we formed a band out of that group of people, and just, I was the bass player.
And kept going with it.
Yeah, exactly. And I just kind of,
Nobody ever tells me, I wanted to pick up chicks, so I started playing of an instrument.
Yeah.
It was never that way. I like that, man. That shows that you have the love inside of you, and it's about the music, and it's not about what it might get you, man.
No.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Secret Creatures, they again will be at the Spread the Word Festival. Make sure to check those guys out all the way. All the social medias, the Facebooks and the .coms and
secretcreatures.com
and all that.
We got that one. It's
secretcreaturesmusic.com.
So let's go ahead and play you guys on out. We talked about let's do that, and we'll try a little experiment type of deal here because I've never really had a live play out, so
we're gonna play
that'll work. That'll work pretty cool, man. Indeed. Again, it is Secret Creatures right here on milehighunderground.com. Make sure to check out their Facebook page. Make sure to check out secretcreatures.com. Everything will take you right there. It'll go to the YouTube page. It'll go to the Facebook page and everything else. Make sure to check them out at the Spread the Word Festival at Cervantes. They will be closing it on out 8 o'clock. Cervantes Monday night. Indeed. And of course, if you want to check me out, I'll be back on the air, razradiolive.com. We'll be playing, it'll be the Chocolate Drop, me and Wayne, and we're going to have a good time. The Chocolate Drop, of course. Make sure to hide the kids and don't tune in unless you have no feelings and or can take offense very well. Indeed. The Chocolate Drop, 1 o'clock. Mountain Time, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. And make sure to check me out again here next week on milehighunderground.com. We're working very hard to get Plastic Daggers on in here, so hopefully they'll show on up and it'll be a great time. Again, we want to thank Secret Creatures, Angelica, Jay, Eric, and James, and Sarah, who can't be here. Indeed, again, check them out, Secret Creatures, right here on milehighunderground.com. Everybody have a great weekend. Make sure to check out that Spread the Word Fest. It does start tomorrow, so plenty of fantastic music right here in the Mile High area. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you next week. There you go.
Yeah.
That was cool. We'll play that like that.